Good morning, children. What I discussed in the previous class, quick recap for that. Materials exist in three states, that is transparent, opaque and translucent. With examples I explained you, isn't it? So transparent, through which the light passes. The object through which the light passes are called transparent objects. Opaque, the object through which the light does not passes are called opaque objects. And translucent, through which the light passes partially. Oil paper, tracing paper, these are the examples of translucent object. In the same way, the materials are classified into three groups, that is solid, liquid and gas. Solid, liquid and gas. What is solid, liquid and gas? Solid, already we, in our day-to-day life we use. Benches are there, chalk piece there, sponge there, isn't it? Different materials we are using which are in solid state. So here, what are solids? The solids have fixed shape and volume. Fixed shape and volume. Solids have fixed shape and volume. Now here materials are made up of molecules, isn't it? Which occupies space. Here see the molecules, how they are closely packed. How can you say the solids are fixed shape and volume? The molecules are closely packed without intermolecular space. Without intermolecular space. Because of this reason, solids have fixed shape and volume. The molecules are closely packed, no intermolecular space. This is the reason why solids have fixed shape and volume. You can give many more examples, isn't it? Now we are coming to liquid. Liquids takes the shape of the container, takes the shape of the vessel. For example, when you pour the liquid, it flows. Flowing property will be there for the liquids. Liquids have the flowing property also. It takes the shape of the container. For example, take the water in a glass. The water takes the shape of the glass. Only water is in liquid state. In the same way, take the water in a bottle. You will bring the different shape. Water bottles will bring this one, isn't it? It takes the shape of the bottle. So liquids, even kerosene or milk, it takes the packets you will get in. Nowadays you are getting the milk in the packet. It takes the shape of the, whatever the shape of the packet is there, it takes the shape of the packet. You are taking 5 liters oil, cooking oil, it takes the shape of the can. So here, now how it will take the shape of the vessels? That is the question. Reason. What is the reason why it takes the shape of the vessels? When you pour the liquids, it flows. It shows the flowing property also. Now here the arrangement of molecules. We will see the arrangement of molecules in liquid. The molecules are arranged. The molecules are loosely packed in liquid. They are loosely packed. The intermolecular space is more than the solids, and the force of attraction is more in the solids compared to liquids. Force of attraction between the molecules is less compared to liquids. Understood? So the molecular space is more compared to liquids. Force of attraction is less compared to liquids. Molecules are loosely packed. This is the reason why liquids takes the shape of the container or vessel. Understood? So these are about the liquids. Now coming to gas. Burn a agarbatti at home in puja ghar. What happens? The smoke, the flavor is spread everywhere. The smell of the agarbatti is spread. The molecules are reaches to your nose, isn't it? So the molecules are randomly spread, isn't it? So what happens? What is the reason? What is the reason? Or else scent bottle. Take the scent bottle, spray the scent bottle on your body. What happens? The scent will have more strong smell will be there. It is spread immediately in the area, isn't it? Everyone will feel that you spread scent. So the molecules which are present in the scent bottle or agarbatti smoke, it is spread randomly in the area and reaches to our nose and we feel smell. Even the flowers also. Fragrant smell you get for the flowers, jasmine especially or lily flowers. The molecules reaches to us, isn't it? Through air. Now here, why? Because this gas has a very large space is there in the molecules. Very large space is there in the molecules. The force of attraction between the molecules are least, very less. This is the reason the gases do not have definite shape and definite volume. Understood this? So now we are coming to next, sinking or floating in water. Sinking and floating in water. What do you mean by sinking? What do you mean by sinking? Sinking and floating. Sinking. When you drop a material, if it goes to the bottom of the water, means it sinks. When the material is, when you drop it in the water, it floats on the surface of the water. That is what you call it, floating. Now here you can take the example of sinking or floating. Predictions you can do. Predictions, I will give you some of the stone is there. Plastic is there, wood is there, isn't it? Iron. So here a leaf. Which one will float? Which one will sink in the water? Float. This stone is heavier than water, so it will sink in the water. Plastic is lighter in weight. It floats on the surface of the water. Wood floats on the surface of the water. Iron will sink in the water. Leaf float. So, some material will sink, some material will sink in the water. Now here, the material iron. Now here we will see, do iron objects float? Now here see, iron, the nail. Take the example of a nail. When you drop it, the nail in the vessel, what happens? This is the water. Take a water. See the shape of the nail. Drop the nail in the water. Immediately it goes to the bottom of the water. It sinks. The nail will sinks in the water. In the same way, take the empty iron vessel. Drop it in the water. It floats on the water. Why it floats on the water? Two are made up of same material, iron only. One is sinking in the water, one is float on the surface of the water. What is the reason? It depends upon the shape of the object. It depends upon the shape of the object. So here, see the shape of the iron nail. Because of the shape of the iron nail, it sinks in the water. In the same way, you are seeing this is the ship. Even the ship is made up of thousands of tons of iron. It floats on the surface of the water. Why? What is the reason behind it? Because of the shape of the shape allows it to float on the surface of the water. Allows it to float on the surface of the water, which is made up of same material. Which is made up of same material. One sinks and one float on the surface of the water because of the shape only. Next, coming to solubility. Soluble or insoluble substances. Insoluble substances. Soluble and insoluble substances. See, take 5 beakers. Take 5 beakers. Take the 5 beakers with water. Take 5 beakers with water. Here what you have to do is keep sand in one, sawdust, sugar, salt, isn't it? Sugar, salt and chalk powder. chalk powder. Now add water in this. Add water. Now observe this. Which one will so mixes and which will be not mixes with the water. Here you are saying that when you are adding the sand in the water, it will not mixes with the water. It is not mixing with the water. When you are sawdust, what is sawdust? When you are take a carpenter, if you go, then he will do the finishing with the wooden furniture. That is fine powder, you will get it. That is called as sawdust. Add it to the water. It mixes with the water? No. It will not mixes with the water. Sugar. When you add sugar and stir it with the spoon, yes, it mixes with the water. Salt. Add salt in the water. Stir it with the spoon. It will mixes with the water? Yes. Chalk powder. It will mixes with the water? No. So here, what you are observing here is some substances are mixes with the water, some substances are not mixes with the water. The substances which dissolve in the water are called soluble substances. The substances which dissolves in the water are called soluble substances. The substances which are not dissolved in the water are called insoluble substances. Soluble, insoluble substances. Isn't it? Soluble and insoluble substances. So, here solubility you have seen insoluble and soluble substances. The materials which are soluble in water are called soluble substances. The substances which are not dissolved in the water are called insoluble substances. Understood? So here you can do the experiment with the, you can take the experiment with the oil, you can take coconut oil, you can take, or you can vinegar, lemon juice, kerosene, all these are liquids. Coconut oil or cooking oil you take. Coconut oil or cooking oil you can take. Isn't it? Coconut oil or cooking oil you can take in the beakers, separate beakers, take this. So, vinegar is soluble in the water. That's why we use in cooking purposes also. It is one of the ingredients in cooking. Lemon juice also mixes with the water. It is also soluble in water. Kerosene. Kerosene is soluble in water? No, it is not soluble in water. Kerosene is insoluble in water. It floats on the surface of the water. It floats on the surface of the water. Even the coconut oil. All the oils are insoluble in water. Their density is lighter than the water. It floats on the surface of the water. These are insoluble and these are soluble substances. So understood children, this lesson is completed for you. Thank you. Have a nice day.